Hey, what's cracking, everybody? On today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a system called Vendefoul Wolf Linux. And right here it says it's 23 XFCE and LXQT. It's actually in Spanish. Bienvenido a Linux para todos. 23 XFCE y LXQT. Vendewolf 23. Vendefoul Wolf 23. Es una distribución completa de GNU Linux gratuita preparada para funcionar a la primera. Anyways, let me stop talking in Spanish and let's go ahead and translate it to English. So I'll put this link down in the video description. That way you guys can go through it, read it up, and they got some images and some info on it. But one of the things I want to show you that it does have a 32-bit system, and this one comes with the LXQT desktop environment. And then on the 64-bit system, it comes with XFCE. All right. There's a little typo right here. It says 65 bits, but it is 64-bit. All right. And that might be due because of the translation that caused that little hiccup right there. Anyways, I got the ISO downloaded. Let's head on over to a virtual machine. Let's take a look at Vendefoul Wolf 23. And this is a devuan based system. So devuan is like Debian, but without a system D, I believe. Says right here, we're based on Devuan 5, which is Debian 12 fork, using Cyvinet defects. I don't know if that's correct. Maybe something from the translation got screwed up right there. But anyways, Devuan is Debian, it's Debian without system D, I believe. Or at least that's what they claim. Anyways, head over to the virtual machine and take a look at Vendefoul Wolf 23. All right, and here we are on the virtual machine right now. The resolution is a little wonky, so let me go ahead and fix that, give us a proper resolution, and then we'll get into the installer. So let me get to display, do a 1920 by 1080. All right, that's more like it. So to get to the installer on the desktop, you got an icon right here that says install system. So I don't know if everything's going to run in Spanish or not, but we'll open it up and see what happens. Untrusted application, launch anyway. All right, welcome to the Calamars installer for Vendefoul Wolf 23. And it does look like everything's in English, and my language is already selected as American English. So I'll click next. My location, Los Angeles. Click next. English US default keyboard layout. Click next. And for my disk setup, I'll erase disk, swap to file, and I'll leave it on ext4. All right, now I'll add some user info. Then I'll give it a strong and complicated password that's not 1-2. And for my sake, I will log in automatically. I do not suggest this for new users. All right, get an overview, install, and it's going to install now. All right, so while this is installing, I'll go ahead and pause the video. And when we come back, we'll reboot into Vendefoul Wolf 23, a devuan-based Linux system. Installation completed without a problem, and now we are rebooted onto the desktop. And we have installed Vendefoul Wolf. So I'm going through the system right here. I did have to fix the screen resolution, but I did that off camera. But let's see. I just want to open up the menu, see if everything's in English, and it is. So everything installed properly, so no issues whatsoever. We are running the XFCE desktop environment. We got the panel on the bottom. This panel has the system tray on the right, and we have our date and time, notifications, volume, computer. It looks like a battery, so I'm assuming if you had a laptop or something like that, this would give you your power settings. And then we got a actuator script. I'm assuming looks like an update manager, package update indicator. We have a internet connection. And what is this right here? Ponferrada, El Bierzo, sunny. So it's like a weather app. And the weather app is in Spanish. And let's see what else was in Spanish. This actualizador script, that's in Spanish also. So there are some things that are in Spanish here, but mostly it looks like it is in English. Then you have your desktop workspaces. And then over here on the left, we have some pinned applications. We have a screenshot, calculator, LibreWolf, file manager, terminal emulator, and system settings. And then the far left button is going to be your applications. And right here, this is, like I said, XFCE. So we have favorites, recently used, all applications, accessories, development, graphics, internet, multimedia, office, other, settings, and system. So from looking at the applications, it does look it's a full feature-rich system. So pretty much everything you need out of the box comes installed. So you got your all of your multimedia apps, you got your office apps, you got your imaging apps, you got your internet. So pretty much everything you need comes out of the box. So you're straight on that part right there. And we got a little notification right here, software updates. There are 66 software updates available. We don't need to install that now, so we'll just get rid of it. And we do have some pinned icons on the desktop itself. We have our mounted drive, trash, and a home folder. All right, so let's go through these pinned applications. Let's see, we got screenshot, and it is just a standard XFCE. I think it's XFCE for screen shooter. And it's pretty standard with the XFCE desktop environment, similar to GNOME screenshot and other screenshot apps. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. So you could do the entire window, you could do an active window, or you could select the region. And you could also select each one with a timer. So let's say I do a 2-second timer and select the region. So I'm going to select this wolf's head. And then in 2 seconds, it'll take a snapshot. You can see. Pretty simple and straightforward. Next to that, we have calculator. Calculator is pretty much the GNOME calculator. So, right here, you can use the mouse, and, you can use your keyboard, type in, whatever sum you want to type up. And let's say we want to do it times 6 equals, and it gives you the number. So you can use the mouse or the keyboard to use this calculator. And next to that, we have LibreWolf. So LibreWolf, I believe, is a web browser. It's a fork of Firefox. And right now it opens up the Vendefoul Linux website. And you can see right here, you are prompted to go ahead and switch it to English. And there you go. Welcome to the Linux for All 23 XFCE and LXQT. And this is, it seems like everything on here is also in Spanish. So we'll click on the help. And we'll look at the about, and it is 132.0.2 of LibreWolf, a fork of Firefox. So there are some things that are still in Spanish, but everything's mostly in English. And let's see, next to that we have our file manager, which should be Thunar. Thunar is standard on XFCE, but maybe they decided to use their own, but don't. It is Thunar 4.18.4. And you do have a full desktop layout. So you have your desktop, documents, downloads, FreeTube. I don't know what that is, but music, pictures, public, templates, and videos. And of course, to see the hidden files, Control H. And to hide them, Control H again. And let's see, what terminal? Is this the XFCE terminal or the GNOME terminal? And it is the XFCE4 terminal, 1.0.4. And let's see, this is devuan based, so I can't remember if apt works on devuan also. Well, one way to find out, right? Sudo apt install neofetch. I saw a comment where someone told me that I shouldn't use neofetch. Just because it's no longer maintained does not mean that it no longer works. If it ain't broke, why fix it? It's a very simple program that does something very simple. There's nothing wrong with neofetch. Just because it's no longer maintained does not mean that it no longer works. As you can see right here, clearly it works perfectly. It's the old saying, if it ain't broke, why fix it? There's absolutely nothing wrong with neofetch. All right, so right here on the distro, Vendefoul Wolf 23, and the kernel, it is 6.1.0, and then you got the rest of the info right here. But like I said, you know, most of it's in Spanish. Tiempo de uso, paquetes, shell, resolución, entorno gráfico, iconos, terminal, fuente terminal, memoria. Yeah. All right. I wonder if they have HTOP also. They do have HTOP, and you can see from the memory usage, it's only using 800 megabytes. Most of the systems I've been looking at lately, they use gigabyte plus, but this one's using under a gigabyte, so this is pretty good. And last but not least, we have the system settings. So every system that you use is going to have its own version of system settings. KDE has a version, Cinnamon, GNOME, and pretty much from the system settings is where you can set up your personal info, your hardware, your system, and you know, other miscellaneous things. So everything like on the desktop, you can get in here. Right here, you could do the background, you could do the menus, you could do the icons, and then you can go back to all settings. We even have some MX tools right here. But if you want to do something with the panel, you can edit the panel. You know, pretty much everything on your system. You could, the window managers, you know, the workspaces, the terminal settings, display settings, color profiles, keyboard, mouse, and touchpad, your power management, pretty much everything on your system, hardware and software related, can be dealt with from here, unless you install something that's specifically, you know, dealt with its own program. But as far as the system itself, regarding XFCE, it can all be handled from right here. All right, so anyways, I wanted to do this first look on Vendefoul Wolf 23. It is a devuan base, which is Debian without systemd. And pretty much everything's working good. Everything out of the box is working good. There are some Spanish artifacts in here. You know, some things are in Spanish. So, but it's not too hard to deal with. I mean, you can get over it. And then if you get down deep into the system, you know, turn into a pro user, you'll be able to fix all of that on your own. So if it's something you want to take a look at, I'll have the links down in the video description, and also the link to the web page. That way, if you want to read up on it and, you know, see what it's about. All right. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Just want to take a look at Vendefoul Wolf. This is the first look. I've never seen this system before. And from what I've seen, it's pretty good. Everything's responsive. Everything works good. It's good. Besides a little bit of Spanish, it's all good. All right, you guys, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. And don't be shy. Leave me some comments. Talk to me. I'm lonely over here. Just kidding. All right, you guys. That's going to do it for me on this video, and I'm out.